The Discovery. In the distant future, the galaxy was a vast, bustling place. Aliens from many different species lived in harmony, sharing knowledge and technology. But there were still many mysteries left from the past. One of these mysteries was the long-forgotten race of humans. On a remote planet, far from the centers of alien civilization, an alien archaeology team was hard at work. The planet was barren and lifeless, covered in dust and rocky terrain. This world had been overlooked for centuries, considered too unimportant to explore. But the team had been given a new lead, and they were eager to see what they could find. Dr. Ilara, the leader of the team, was a dedicated scholar from the Forteni species. She was known for her meticulous research and unyielding curiosity. Alongside her were Exor, a tech specialist, and Rix, an expert in ancient languages. Together, they were on a mission to uncover the secrets of this desolate world. As they carefully dug through the layers of dust and rock, their equipment beeped with excitement. Exor's scanner had picked up something unusual buried deep beneath the surface. The team gathered around the discovery site, their hearts racing with anticipation. After hours of careful excavation, they uncovered a metallic object, covered in strange symbols. The artifact was unlike anything they had seen before. It was a small cylindrical object, with intricate engravings that seemed to tell a story. The object was clearly ancient, and its design suggested a level of sophistication far beyond what was common in the galaxy today. Ilara's eyes widened as she examined the artifact. "This is extraordinary," she said. "This might be from a race we've only heard about in legends, the humans." Zor, always fascinated by technology, quickly set up a portable analysis device. "Let's see what we can learn from this," he said, as the device whirred to life. The device began to decode the symbols on the artifact. As the alien characters turned into readable text, the team saw phrases that hinted at a complex and advanced civilization. They read about a race that had once ruled galaxies and built incredible machines. The descriptions were vivid, painting a picture of a powerful and industrious people. As the text unfolded, the team learned about humans' achievements and their eventual fall into obscurity. The artifact contained fragments of a much larger story, one of grand civilizations, epic battles, and a race that had once commanded great respect and fear. Dr. Ilara was deeply intrigued. "This could be the key to understanding a lost part of our galaxy's history," she said. "But we need more information to confirm this. We should search the planet for additional artifacts." The team worked tirelessly over the next few days, sifting through the planet's surface. They found more pieces of the ancient civilization, tools, scraps of metal, and even a few more artifacts with similar inscriptions. Each discovery added to the growing puzzle of what humans had once been. Despite their excitement, the team remained cautious. Zor, always the skeptic, voiced his concerns. "We're finding incredible things, but we still don't have proof that these artifacts are truly from the human race. It's possible they could belong to another ancient civilization." Ilara nodded. "That's true, but the evidence we gathered so far points strongly toward humans. We need to continue our research and see if we can find more concrete proof." As they prepared to return to their main base to analyze their findings, Dr. Ilara couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. The thought of discovering a race that had been forgotten for so long was exhilarating. She imagined the impact this could have on their understanding of galactic history. On their way back, the team couldn't stop discussing their findings. Rix, who was usually quiet, expressed his excitement. "Just think about it. If these artifacts really are from humans, it means we're on the brink of discovering something that could change everything we know about the past." Zor, though still skeptical, agreed. "I suppose you're right. Even if we don't have all the answers yet, this is a huge step forward." Back at their base, the team worked late into the night, analyzing the artifacts and running tests. The excitement was palpable. They were on the edge of a breakthrough, and the possibility of revealing the truth about humanity's past was both thrilling and daunting. As the days passed, More evidence began to emerge. The ancient texts from the artifacts painted a picture of a race that had once been formidable but had mysteriously vanished. The team's findings were starting to attract attention from other scholars and researchers across the galaxy. The discovery of these artifacts was only the beginning. The real challenge would be to piece together the full story of humanity, a story that had been lost in time and was now waiting to be uncovered. Dr. Ilara knew one thing for sure. This was a monumental discovery, and it would take their best efforts to unravel the mysteries of the forgotten ancient race. Uncovering the past. Back at their research base, the excitement was electric. Dr. Ilara and her team were eager to learn more about the mysterious human artifacts they had discovered. The base was filled with advanced technology designed to analyze and decode ancient texts. The team worked tirelessly, their eyes glued to the screens as they tried to unlock the secrets hidden in the artifacts. Thor, the tech specialist, was the first to report some progress. "I've managed to get a clearer image of the inscriptions on the artifact," he said, pointing to a large holographic display. "It looks like the symbols are part of an old language, but there's a pattern here that might help us translate it." Dr. Ilara's eyes sparkled with anticipation. "That's great news. If we can decode these inscriptions, we might get a better understanding of the human civilization." Rix, the language expert, took a deep breath and began working on the translations. The inscriptions were intricate and complex, but Rix was skilled in ancient languages. As he worked, he began to piece together the fragments of information, slowly revealing the story of a once great civilization. The first translated text was a record of human achievements. It described how humans had built incredible machines and explored vast areas of space. They had once been powerful and influential, known for their advanced technology and strategic prowess. The text also mentioned that humans had a strong sense of ambition and drive, constantly pushing the boundaries of their knowledge. The second piece of text was more troubling. It spoke of conflicts and wars that had nearly destroyed their civilization. It hinted at a great struggle that led to the downfall of their once mighty empire. The records were fragmented, but it was clear that something catastrophic had happened to humans. As the team continued their work, they found more pieces of the puzzle. They discovered detailed accounts of human society, their culture, and their daily lives. The artifacts painted a picture of a society that was both advanced and deeply complex. Humans had made significant contributions to science and technology, but their history was marred by conflict and struggle. Dr. Ilara was both fascinated and disturbed by what she was learning. "It's incredible how much we're uncovering," she said. "But the more we learn, the more questions we have. What exactly caused their downfall?" Thor, still focused on his screen, added, "The records mention a great upheaval, but they don't provide many details. We need more artifacts to understand the full story." The team decided to expand their search to other areas of the planet. They hoped to find more artifacts that could provide additional insights into the fall of the human empire. Days turned into weeks as they combed through the desolate landscape, but their efforts paid off. They found several more artifacts, including old communication devices and fragments of technology. These new finds were crucial in understanding the extent of human technological advancements. Some devices were surprisingly sophisticated, showing that humans had developed technology far beyond what was previously known. Among the new discoveries was a recording device, partially intact. When they played it, a voice crackled through the speakers. It was an old human recording, speaking about the challenges they faced and the hope they had for future generations. The voice sounded weary but determined, giving a glimpse into the spirit of the people who had once been at the forefront of galactic progress. Rix listened to the recording with a mix of awe and sadness. "This recording gives us a personal touch to the history. It's like hearing from someone who lived through these events." Dr. Ilara nodded. "It's moving, but it also raises more questions. What happened to them after this message? Did they manage to overcome their challenges, or did their society collapse?" The team continued to piece together the information, creating a more detailed picture of human history. They learned about their advanced cities, their space colonies, and their cultural achievements. Despite their progress, the records were clear about the internal strife and external pressures that led to their decline. One evening, as the team reviewed their findings, HFY made an important observation. The records suggest that humans were not just a single race, but were part of a larger network of civilizations. They had allies and enemies, and their actions affected many other species. Dr. Ilara agreed. If that's true, then understanding human history might also help us understand the broader context of galactic history. We need to look beyond just the human records and explore their interactions with other civilizations. As they worked late into the night, the team felt a growing sense of purpose. They were uncovering a piece of history that had been lost for centuries, and their discoveries had the potential to reshape their understanding of the galaxy. The story of the human race was becoming clearer, but it was also growing more complex. The artifacts revealed a civilization that had been both brilliant and troubled, with a legacy that was both inspiring and cautionary. Dr. Ilara knew that there was still much to learn. The more they uncovered, the more they realized how much of the human story remained hidden. But with each new discovery, they were getting closer to understanding the truth about the forgotten ancient race, the Forgotten Empire. The research base buzzed with excitement as the team continued to uncover more about the ancient human civilization. Dr. Ilara and her team had made significant progress in translating the artifacts, and their findings were revealing the grandeur of the human empire. Each new discovery added layers to their understanding of a once great civilization. Dr. Ilara and Rix were analyzing a newly found set of documents that described the structure of human society. The documents were detailed, outlining everything from their government to their daily life. As they read through the texts, the image of the human empire became clearer. The records describe a highly organized society, Rick said, his voice filled with awe. They had a complex system of governance with various levels of authority. It's clear that humans were not only technologically advanced, but also had a sophisticated political structure. Dr. Ilara nodded. Yes, it seems they had a central government that controlled vast territories. But what's more interesting is the way they managed their resources and their military. They were highly strategic and had extensive planning. One of the artifacts they found was a detailed map of the human empire. The map showed a vast network of planets and colonies connected by a series of trade routes and military outposts. The scale of the empire was impressive, stretching across multiple star systems. This map shows the extent of their reach, HFY said as he examined the map on a large screen. It's clear that humans were a dominant force in their time. They had established a far-reaching empire with a significant presence throughout the galaxy. The team continued to piece together information about the human military. The artifacts revealed that humans had developed powerful weapons and advanced spacefaring technology. Their fleets were formidable, capable of defending their empire and projecting power across great distances. The records also described the human military strategy, which was both innovative and aggressive. Humans were known for their tactical ingenuity and ability to adapt quickly to changing circumstances. They used their advanced technology to gain strategic advantages over their enemies. However, not all was perfect in the human empire. The team discovered records of internal conflicts and power struggles. Despite their strength, the empire faced significant challenges from within. There were reports of rebellions, political intrigue, and corruption. Dr. Ilara reviewed a document that described a major conflict known as the internal strife. The document detailed how different factions within the empire clashed over control and resources. This internal struggle weakened the empire and made it vulnerable to external threats. It seems that the human empire was not just battling external enemies, but also facing serious problems within, Dr. Ilara said. This internal strife may have played a significant role in their decline. As they continued their research, the team found records of a major crisis that occurred near the end of the human empire's history. The documents spoke of a catastrophic event that had widespread effects. There were references to a great collapse, which seemed to be a turning point in the Empire's history. The records were fragmented, but they hinted at a combination of factors that led to the collapse. These included economic problems, social unrest, and military defeats. The crisis appeared to have overwhelmed the Empire's ability to maintain control and stability. "We're starting to see a clearer picture of what happened," Rick said. "A combination of internal issues and external pressures created a situation that was too difficult to overcome." Despite the decline, the artifacts also revealed moments of resilience and hope. There were accounts of human leaders and heroes who tried to save the Empire and restore its former glory. Their efforts, however, were ultimately unsuccessful, and the Empire fell into disarray. One of the most fascinating discoveries was a set of personal journals from a high-ranking human official. These journals provided a first-person perspective on the challenges faced by the Empire. The official wrote about their efforts to address the problems and the difficult decisions they had to make. The team read through the journals with great interest. The official's words were filled with a sense of duty and determination, even in the face of overwhelming odds. It was clear that the fall of the Empire was not due to a lack of effort or courage. As the team continued to analyze the documents, they began to piece together a more complete history of the human empire. They learned about the rise and fall of various leaders, the impact of major events, and the legacy left behind by the once great civilization. Dr. Ilara reflected on the significance of their findings. "We're uncovering a story of both triumph and tragedy. The human empire was a powerful force, but it faced tremendous challenges that ultimately led to its downfall." The team's work was far from over. There were still many questions to answer and gaps to fill in. But with each new discovery, they were getting closer to understanding the full story of the forgotten human empire. The excitement in the research base was palpable. The team knew that their work had the potential to change the way the galaxy viewed human history. They were uncovering the truth about a civilization that had once been lost to time, and their discoveries were opening new doors to understanding the past. As they prepared for their next phase of research, Dr. Ilara and her team were driven by a sense of purpose. They were on the brink of uncovering the final pieces of the puzzle and revealing the legacy of the forgotten empire. Meeting humans, the research base was abuzz with activity. Dr. Ilara and her team had spent weeks uncovering the secrets of the ancient human empire. Their discoveries had been astonishing, but there was one more step to complete their mission: meeting humans. It was a challenge they had anticipated with both excitement and nervousness. The team had been able to trace a signal emanating from a remote part of the galaxy, which they believed could lead them to surviving humans. The signal was weak but persistent, suggesting it came from a source with a connection to human history. Dr. Ilara stood before her team, her eyes shining with determination. "We've done incredible work here, but now we're about to take the most significant step. We're going to follow the signal and see if we can find living humans." Tavor, always curious about technology, was busy preparing the ship for the journey. "The signal is faint, but our sensors should be able to pick it up as we get closer. I've adjusted the navigation systems to home in on it." Rix, who had been studying the human records, was excited but cautious. "Meeting humans will be a huge breakthrough. We need to be prepared for anything. We don't know what to expect." The team boarded their ship, a sleek and advanced vessel equipped with the latest technology. As they traveled through space, the signal grew stronger. The anticipation in the cabin was palpable. They had imagined what humans might be like based on the records they had studied, but meeting them in person was an entirely different experience. After several days of travel, the ship arrived at a small remote space station. It was old and battered, clearly a relic from a bygone era. The station was orbiting a desolate planet, which seemed to be the source of the signal. Dr. Ilara and her team carefully approached the station. As they docked and prepared to disembark, a mix of excitement and apprehension filled the air. They were about to make contact with a race that had been forgotten for centuries. The team stepped out of their ship and onto the space station. The station's interior was dimly lit, and filled with old technology. It was clear that the station had not been in use for a long time. The team moved cautiously, their footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. Suddenly, they heard a noise. Voices. The team froze and listened carefully. The voices were coming from a nearby room. Dr. Ilara motioned for her team to follow her as they approached the source of the sound. As they entered the room, they were greeted by an unexpected sight. A group of humans, dressed in makeshift clothing and looking worn but determined, were working on old equipment. They looked up in surprise as the aliens entered. The humans were a diverse group with a mix of ages and backgrounds. They stared at the aliens with a mix of curiosity and caution. The leader of the group, a tall man with a weathered face and a commanding presence, stepped forward. "Who are you?" the man asked, his voice rough but steady. "And what are you doing here?" Dr. Ilara took a deep breath and stepped forward. "We're explorers from the Vortani species. We've been investigating ancient records and artifacts about humanity. We followed a signal to this location. We're here to learn about your people." The man's eyes widened with a mix of surprise and skepticism. "You're the first aliens we've seen in decades. We've been living here in isolation, trying to survive after the collapse of our empire." The team introduced themselves and explained their mission in more detail. The humans listened intently, their expressions shifting from skepticism to interest as they learned about the team's discoveries and their journey. The leader, who introduced himself as Captain Alden, invited the team to sit down and share their findings. The humans were eager to hear about what had been discovered about their ancient civilization. The conversation flowed, with both sides sharing stories and information. Dr. Ilara showed the humans the artifacts and records they had found. Captain Alden and his group were amazed by the detailed accounts of their ancestors' achievements and struggles. They had lived through the decline of the human empire, but had little knowledge of its full history. "This is incredible," Captain Alden said, his voice filled with emotion. "We've only heard fragments of our past. To see it all laid out like this, it's overwhelming." The team and the humans spent hours discussing their findings. The humans shared their own experiences and insights about the fall of their civilization. They spoke of the hardships they had faced, the loss of their once great empire, and their efforts to survive in the aftermath. As the conversation continued, the team began to understand the depth of the human experience. The humans had lived through the collapse and had managed to hold onto their identity and culture despite the chaos that had surrounded them. Dr. Ilara felt a deep sense of respect and empathy for the humans. "You've endured so much, and yet you've managed to preserve your heritage. It's inspiring." Captain Alden nodded. "We've done what we could to keep our history alive. Meeting you and learning about what you've discovered means a lot to us. It's like finally finding a piece of ourselves that we thought was lost forever." The meeting was a turning point for both sides. The humans and the aliens forged a connection that went beyond historical research. They shared stories, exchanged knowledge, and began to build a bridge between their two worlds. As the team prepared to leave the space station, there was a sense of fulfillment and hope. The encounter with the surviving humans had been a significant milestone. They had not only uncovered the truth about humanity, but had also connected with the people who lived through its decline. Dr. Ilara knew that this was just the beginning. The journey ahead would involve more exploration and understanding. But for now, the meeting with the humans had provided a profound and moving insight into the legacy of the forgotten empire. Demonstrating power. After their profound meeting with the humans, Dr. Ilara and her team were eager to learn more about their new allies. Captain Alden and his group had been gracious hosts, sharing their experiences and knowledge. However, Dr. Ilara knew that understanding the full scope of human capabilities required more than just discussions. It was time for the humans to see the technological advancements of the Vortani, and for the Vortani to witness the resilience of humanity. One afternoon, Dr. Ilara and her team invited Captain Alden and his group to a demonstration of their advanced technology. The Vorteni ship had sophisticated equipment that could showcase their capabilities, and they wanted to use this opportunity to build trust and foster cooperation. Captain Alden and his team arrived at the Vorteni ship, their eyes wide with curiosity as they stepped aboard. The ship was sleek and futuristic, filled with advanced technology that was beyond anything the humans had seen. Dr. Ilara led the way through the ship, explaining its features and capabilities. This is the Vortani Star Cruiser. It's equipped with the latest technology, including advanced energy shields, propulsion systems, and weaponry. We want to show you how we've been able to achieve such advancements. The humans listened intently, their eyes darting from one piece of technology to another. Sor, the tech specialist, took over the demonstration. He began by showing them the ship's propulsion system, which allowed it to travel at incredible speeds. The system was powered by a highly efficient energy source that amazed the humans. This propulsion system can take us across the galaxy in a matter of days, Kazor explained. It uses a form of energy that's both powerful and stable. We've perfected this technology over many years. The humans were impressed. They had only been able to travel short distances with their own technology, and seeing the Vorteni capabilities was eye-opening. The next demonstration was the ship's energy shields. Sor activated the shields, and a series of powerful energy fields appeared around the ship. These shields can withstand attacks from various types of weapons, Hexor said. They're designed to protect the ship from both physical and energy-based threats. Captain Alden's eyes widened as he observed the shields in action. This is incredible. We've never seen anything like this before. It's a level of protection that's beyond our reach. The final part of the demonstration was the ship's weaponry. The Vorteni had advanced weapon systems that could be used for both defense and offense. Dr. Ilara emphasized that these weapons were primarily for protection and exploration, not for aggression. We use our weapons to defend ourselves and ensure safe exploration, Dr. Ilara said. It's important to note that our technology is designed to maintain peace and stability. To illustrate the precision and power of their weaponry, Sevlor conducted a control test. He fired a simulated weapon at a distant target, and the result was a precise and controlled hit. The demonstration showcased the accuracy and effectiveness of the Vortani technology. Captain Alden and his team were awestruck by the demonstration. They had never imagined that such advanced technology existed. The power and efficiency of the Vortani systems were beyond anything they had experienced. This technology is astounding, Captain Alden said. It's clear that you've achieved a level of advancement that we can only dream of. Dr. Ilara smiled. We've worked hard to develop these technologies, but we also understand that it's important to share knowledge and learn from each other. We hope this demonstration helps build mutual respect and cooperation. The humans appreciated the openness and transparency of the Vortani team. They had been cautious about the potential power imbalance, but the demonstration helped bridge the gap. It showed that while the Vorteni were advanced, they were also willing to collaborate and share their knowledge. As the day came to a close, Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden sat down to discuss the next steps. The meeting had been productive, and both sides were eager to explore further cooperation. We've seen what your technology can do, and it's impressive, Captain Alden said. We have our own strengths and experiences, and I believe we can achieve great things by working together. Dr. Ilara agreed. Absolutely. Our goal is to build a partnership that benefits both our species. We have much to learn from each other, and this is just the beginning. The team spent the evening discussing potential projects and collaborations. They talked about sharing technological advancements, exploring new frontiers together, and addressing common challenges. The conversation was filled with optimism and excitement. As the Vorteni and human teams worked together, they began to form a bond of mutual respect and understanding. The demonstration had been a key moment in building trust and setting the stage for future cooperation. Dr. Ilara felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The demonstration had not only showcased the Vortani technology, but had also opened the door to a new era of collaboration. The meeting with the humans had been a turning point, and she was confident that their partnership would lead to great discoveries and advancements. As they prepared to embark on their next adventure, Dr. Ilara and her team were excited about the possibilities that lay ahead. The journey of uncovering the past and building new connections was just beginning, and they were ready to face the challenges and opportunities that awaited them. Building relations, with the impressive demonstration of technology behind them, Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden were focused on the next crucial step, building strong relations between the Vorteni and the humans. Both sides were excited about the possibilities, but they knew that trust and cooperation needed to be nurtured. The Vorteni ship and the human space station were buzzing with activity as they prepared for a series of joint projects and cultural exchanges. Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden had agreed that the best way to strengthen their partnership was through direct interaction and shared experiences. One of the first initiatives was a cultural exchange program. The Vorteni team was eager to learn more about human culture, and the humans were equally curious about Vorteni traditions. They organized events where both sides could share their stories, art, and customs. The first event was a dinner where both species could mingle and enjoy each other's company. The Vortani prepared a variety of dishes from their homeworld, while the humans contributed traditional meals from Earth. The dinner was held in a spacious hall on the human space station, which was decorated with a mix of Vorteni and human artifacts. As they sat down to eat, conversations flowed freely. The humans were fascinated by the Vortani cuisine, which included exotic flavors and textures. They eagerly sampled dishes like shimmering starfruit and spicy nebula stew. In return, the Vorteni tried human foods like spicy chili and sweet apple pie. Dr. Ilara enjoyed watching the exchange. She noticed that both sides were eager to learn from each other. "This is a wonderful opportunity for us to understand each other better," she said to Captain Alden. "Food has a way of bringing people together." Captain Alden agreed. "Yes, it's amazing how sharing a meal can break down barriers. We're learning so much about each other's cultures." After dinner, there were presentations and performances. The humans showcased traditional music and dances, while the Vortani demonstrated their unique art forms. The room was filled with laughter and applause as both sides celebrated their differences and similarities. The cultural exchange was just one part of their efforts to build relations. The next step was to work on joint projects that would benefit both species. Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden met to discuss possible projects. "We need to find areas where our technology and expertise can complement each other," Dr. Ilara suggested. "One idea is to collaborate on research to improve space travel. Both of our technologies have strengths that could be combined." Captain Alden nodded thoughtfully. "That's a great idea. We also have challenges on our space station that could benefit from Vortani technology. For example, we need better systems for maintaining life support and managing resources." The teams quickly got to work on these projects. The Vorteni engineers and scientists collaborated with their human counterparts to address the challenges. The joint efforts led to rapid progress. New solutions were developed, and both sides benefited from the shared knowledge. In addition to technical projects, there were efforts to improve daily interactions and foster camaraderie. The Vorteni and human teams held regular meetings to discuss their work and share updates. They also organized recreational activities, such as sports and games, to strengthen their bonds. One day, the teams decided to have a friendly sports competition. The Vorteni were curious about human games, and the humans were excited to try their hand at Vorteni sports. The competition included a mix of human sports like soccer and Vorteni games involving zero-gravity challenges. The event was filled with laughter and friendly rivalry. The humans enjoyed the Vorteni games, even though the zero-gravity aspect was challenging. The Vortani, on the other hand, found soccer to be fast-paced and exciting. The competition helped build friendships and understanding between the two groups. As the months passed, the relationship between the Vorteni and the humans grew stronger. The cooperation on projects and the shared experiences created a sense of partnership and mutual respect. The two species began to see each other not just as allies but as friends. Dr. Ilara reflected on the progress they had made. It's incredible how much we've achieved together in such a short time. We've learned from each other and built something valuable. Captain Alden agreed. Yes, the trust and understanding we've developed are the foundation of our partnership. It's a relationship that will benefit both of our species for years to come. The successful collaboration had a ripple effect, leading to more opportunities for joint ventures and shared discoveries. The Vorteni and humans continued to explore new frontiers together, combining their knowledge and resources. Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden were proud of what they had accomplished. The journey had started with curiosity and exploration, but it had evolved into a meaningful and supportive relationship. They knew that the future held even more potential for growth and discovery. As they looked ahead, both sides were excited about the possibilities. The partnership between the Vorteni and the humans had laid the groundwork for a bright and collaborative future. The efforts to build relations had paid off, and they were ready to face the challenges and opportunities that awaited them. The shared experiences, mutual respect, and collaborative projects had created a bond that would continue to strengthen. The journey of building relations was ongoing, but the foundation had been firmly established. The Vorteni and humans were now true partners, ready to explore the galaxy together and unlock its many mysteries. A new era. The successful collaboration between the Vorteni and the humans had set the stage for a promising future. As Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden looked out over the bustling space station and the Vorteni ship, they knew that they were on the brink of a new era. Months of hard work, cooperation, and mutual respect had led to significant advancements. The joint projects had not only solved technical challenges, but had also fostered a deep sense of partnership between the two species. Both sides were eager to build on this momentum and explore new possibilities together. One day, Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden gathered their teams for an important announcement. The meeting was held in a large conference room, where representatives from both the Vorteni and human sides were present. The room was filled with anticipation and excitement. Today marks a significant milestone in our journey, Dr. Ilara began. We have achieved so much together, and now we stand at the threshold of a new era. We are ready to embark on a series of ambitious projects that will shape our future. Captain Alden nodded in agreement. Our partnership has proven that we can achieve great things by working together. We have the chance to make a real impact on the galaxy, and I'm excited about the opportunities ahead. The announcement included several key initiatives. First, they plan to launch a joint exploration mission to a previously uncharted region of the galaxy. The goal was to discover new worlds, gather scientific data, and expand their knowledge of the universe. This mission will be a major step forward for both our species, Dr. Ilara said. We will combine our advanced technologies and expertise to explore new frontiers. It's an opportunity to learn and grow together. In addition to the exploration mission, there was a focus on developing new technologies that could benefit both sides. The team had identified several areas where they could collaborate, including advancements in energy sources, medical research, and environmental protection. We have the chance to innovate and create solutions that will improve our lives and the lives of others, Captain Alden said. Our joint efforts will drive progress and set new standards for technology and research. The announcement also included plans for continued cultural exchanges and educational programs. Both sides recognized the importance of understanding and appreciating each other's cultures. The cultural exchange programs would continue, with new events and activities designed to deepen the bond between the Vorteni and the humans. To build a strong and lasting relationship, we must continue to learn from each other, Dr. Ilara emphasized. Cultural exchanges and educational programs will help us understand each other better and strengthen our partnership. The meeting concluded with a sense of excitement and optimism. The Vorteni and human teams were eager to begin the new initiatives and continue their collaborative efforts. They knew that the future held great potential and that their partnership was a powerful force for positive change. As the days went by, preparations for the joint exploration mission and other projects were underway. Teams from both sides worked closely together, sharing knowledge and resources. The sense of camaraderie and shared purpose was evident in every interaction. The launch of the exploration mission was a historic event. The Vorteni ship and the human space station were equipped with advanced technology and supplies for the journey. The crew, composed of both Vorteni and human members, was ready to embark on their mission to explore new worlds. The launch was a success, and the spacecraft set off towards the uncharted region of the galaxy. As the ship traveled through space, the crew worked together seamlessly, combining their skills and knowledge to achieve their goals. Back at the space station, Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden continued to oversee the development of new technologies and the implementation of cultural programs. The partnership was thriving, and the sense of excitement and possibility was palpable. The new era was marked by a spirit of cooperation and innovation. The Vorteni and humans were making history, pushing the boundaries of exploration, technology, and cultural understanding. Their collaborative efforts were setting a new standard for interspecies relations and paving the way for a brighter future. Dr. Ilara reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. We started with curiosity and a desire to explore, and now we've built something truly remarkable. The partnership between our species is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. Captain Alden agreed. It's been an incredible journey, and we've only just begun. The possibilities are endless, and I'm excited to see where our collaboration takes us. As they looked towards the future, both Dr. Ilara and Captain Alden were filled with hope and determination. The new era was not just about technological advancements and exploration. It was about building a lasting and meaningful relationship that would benefit both species for generations to come. The journey had been challenging, but it had also been rewarding. The Vorteni and humans had come together to create something greater than the sum of their parts. They were pioneers of a new era, and their partnership was a shining example of what could be achieved through cooperation and understanding. As the stars beckoned and the exploration mission continued, the Vorteni and humans embraced the future with optimism and excitement. The new era was filled with promise, and they were ready to face the challenges and opportunities that awaited them.